Bună ziua! Bine ați venit! Și noroc! Cheers! So today we're going to talk about beer and the varieties of beer you can buy and drink in Romania. There isn't much difference, to be honest. I mean, that some are different. I'm enjoying a Silva Negra here, which is absolutely superb. Better than an English bitter. Most of the beer companies in Romania have been bought by three multinationals. Timișoarana, Ursus, and Stejar are owned by Asahi. Chuk is owned by Heineken, I think, as is Silva, and also I think Golden Brown. And then Bergen Beer is owned by Molson Coors. The two beers from Craiova would be Bergen Beer and Golden Brown. They're both brewed at the Heineken factory to the north of the town as you leave to head on the road to Filiaș. The beers we have here, I'm not going to drink them all. I'm not going to drink any of them apart from this one, the Silva. Bergen Beer, Chuk, which comes from Miercura Chuk in Harghita, essentially a Hungarian județul. Ciukaș, which comes from Brașov, and you can see the emblem, the emblematic sign of the stag. They also have a music festival there, the Festival of the Stag. Golden Brown, which is brewed here, and I'll talk a bit more about that. Silva, Timișoarana, which is probably the biggest selling beer in Romania. Ursus, what I've got here is an Ursus Retro, Ursus nepasteurizata. Sorry about my pronunciation, nepasteurizata, and another Golden Brown, which I'll come to at the end. So, different regions, different towns, every town having its own beer, and the beers of choice in Craiova at my old local in Brazda lui Novac used to be Golden Brown. The place I go to now in Rovine, it's Bergen Beer. So Bergen Beer, beer of the mountains, but it's not really. What do you drink beer with? Well, traditionally with mici or with kovrich. They both go very well with beer. Are there any independent suppliers, producers, breweries? Yes, there are, more and more. People producing IPA, India Pale Ale, and craft beers. But I haven't got any of those on show today. I particularly like the non-pasteurized beers, and there's a retro style of bottle. I think I've had Ursus from a bottle, and the bottle was the same shape as in the Epoca de Aur, the Ceausescu era. So those are retro beers, if you like. How much do you pay for a beer in Romania? Well, it depends. Depends where you are. If you watch my Ploiești video, I had to pay 15 lei for 500 CLs. In the centre of Craiova, you probably pay about 10. At my local bar, you'll pay 6 for a bottle of Bergen beer. You can probably buy beer in a supermarket for 3 lei, 3 to 4 lei, depends if they're on special offer or not. So we're talking about 50 pence in English terms for a 500 milliliter can of beer. Now remember that in England, cans aren't this big. They're 440 millilitres. So you're getting more bang for your buck, or more beer for your buck in Romania. So the prices are fairly reasonable. And even at my local, paying 6 lei for a beer, £1 for a beer, is pretty good. In England, I understand the prices have gone through the roof. I haven't been back for a while, but apparently you could pay between £6 and £7 for a pint, so 35 lei for the same amount. Okay. The other thing I was going to say was that there are many beers, different kinds of beer, if you like, shandies. Radler, which I haven't got here, but they have lemon added to them. So you would, in the summer, enjoy a refreshing drink, which is like a shandy, has less alcohol. And of course, there are also, all of these beers will offer a variante, a type of beer, fără alcohol, without alcohol. And that's important in Romania because we have a zero tolerance policy for alcohol when you are driving a vehicle. You cannot drink. It's important to offer drivers an option if they want a non-alcoholic beverage. I'll just talk briefly about some of the, I suppose, negative aspects. I don't want to be negative, but of vlogs about Romania. I don't watch vlogs about Romania anymore by tourists because they always do the same thing. They go to Bucharest and they will discover Mici, or they will discover Caracubere. They will go to that restaurant in Bucharest and they will walk around and tell us about the second biggest building in the world after the Pentagon. And then they'll get a train to Brașov, and they will do Brașov, and then they'll go to Bran Castle, and they'll probably eat some papanaș, maybe some tokitura, and it's always the same. So I think we want to try and get a little bit under the skin of Romania more than the superficial. And this is certainly part of Romanian civilization, drinking beer. I've said that these beers come from regions, if you like, or cities, but they're all brewed by more or less 3 big companies, so the taste difference is fairly insignificant. I would accept Silva from that because Silva is one of the best beers I've had. My beer of choice is Timișoarana, which is the biggest producer. The other interesting thing is the mottos that they have. I'm going to try and give these in Romanian and also in English. So we'll start with Chuk. Încă una și mă duc. One more and I'm off. Always tempted to have one more with Chuk. And Chuk is perfectly acceptable. They're all 5% in alcohol, these cans. 5% ABV. In England, you're probably not going to find that. You're going to find 4, maybe even 3.4, 3.5. So they're stronger than beers in England. This particular one, the black beer I'm drinking at the moment, is 7. So black beers are a little bit stronger. Very malty flavour to this one. It's really very good indeed. Okay, we'll move along to Čukaš. Natura traiți darjește. Nature just gives it to you. Absolutely true. Wonderful. Bergen beer, the beer from my local. Prieteni știu de ce. Friends know why. Very deep, very good. Golden Brow. Berea poveștilor la bere. The beer of beer stories. Timișoarana. Povesta merge mai departe. The story goes on. The story continues. Wonderful. So, and Silver, sorry, I missed out Silver. Bere noua, dragoste veche. New beer, old love. Very good. I suppose we have these in some of our beers in England. We have, well, they're not our beers. Carlsberg, probably the best beer in the world. They have a series of adverts on that theme. Finally, I wanted to talk about two of these cans, these two, because they're special. They're a special limited edition from Golden Brow, who made a series of beers to honour what we call Craiova Maxima, team who reached the semi-finals of the UEFA Cup. One of their members I meet more or less every day, Dom Negrila, Nicolae Negrila, who is from Gigera in the south of Dolj County. And he was kind enough to sign the can. I drank the beer, but he signed the can for me. I'll just show you this if you can see. He was very kind to do so. And I've been having coffee with him every morning for about 2 or 3 years, and he never mentioned he was a professional footballer or a member of Craiova Maxima. I think they all received the honour, the keys to the city, the honour of the city. And his inscription, which you may not have read, says "Cu simpatia pentru David Grescu," which was really kind of him. Now, he sometimes comes into our local bar, the Bureau, as we call it, or Terasa, with Silviu Lum. And here's his can in honour of his feats in that campaign. And Silviu Lum is a very imposing gentleman, as you'd expect from a goalkeeper, very tall, hands like buckets. And I'm hoping in future, I've bought his can as well and drank the beer. I'm hoping that he will sign the can. These are both on my mantelpiece as mementos. And the motto for this particular edition of beer is Craiova Maxima, perfect și simplu, which for those of you from Oltenia will understand, because we use the simple perfect here, vazui, facui, etc., which is not used generally throughout Romania. It's a different tense, so it's a bit of a pun. Perfect and simple, perfectul simplu, perfect și simplu, which is a great play on words. Okay. Well, I'm going to crack on and enjoy my silver beer, and I wish you all the best, and thank you very much for watching. La rivedere și noroc!